Many here may be afraid of this card. Being open to something new to come into our life. We invite that change into our life. The time comes for everyone. It has this bell in its mouth. It just represents, hey, the time has come. We are all dying each and every moment here. In the moment we are already born here, we started our pathway closer to this guy. One cycle, shutting down one door and inviting another cycle, opening up another door. Hello, beautiful souls. So today we will be talking about transformation. And one cycle, open up a new one. And the most mystical card about that transformation in the Major Arcana set, it's of course death. Right? Card death, which is being afraid of, which is such an interesting controversial card that many here may be afraid of this card. Now, if we look at this card from the perspective of door shuts down and another one opens up immediately, then everything gets into place. We start looking at this card from a more mature positioning, being open to something new to come into our life. We don't get stuck into the previous cycle. We invite that change into our life. Now let's analyze this card. What do we see here? Heavily armored skeleton, and it rides the horse. It has seeds into its pockets, right on the waist. He spreads his seeds all around to everyone around. The time comes for everyone, and from these seeds are grown. Everyone, literally everyone here on the soil, they receive those seeds, and those seeds represent like your previous structures, your karma, everything what was accumulated in records, in Akashic records of this creation, gets back to you in your from your previous representation to your next form in life. We can see here, for example, these plants, they are shown on the left side of the card, that they are having the crowns and some jewelry here, if you look at it. And what does it represent? It just shows that no matter how much you earned into this life, you will go to the next cycle, the next form, and it doesn't mean that you will be able to take any kind of possessions with you. They are in fact useless. They are useless. The next life form you will be created, this physical life. This skeleton holds a flag, and we can see the timing aspect here, and the flag is being burned, so it again comes back to time. So here is one of the main which defines our existence here. In fact, in Hinduism, for example, they start everything from time. Time is most important point of all the calculations, basically, because are here living in the three-dimensional world. But once we start understanding that, let's say there can be four-dimensional, five-dimensional, six-dimensional worlds, we see that time there is not already some kind of a limiting factor. But in our three-dimensional world, that's the limiting factor, and that's why we are all bound here by this dimension of time, right? So we all have the same time here. I cannot meet from her past life. I cannot meet, let's say, my friend from the past life, or I cannot someone here in this dimension from future, right? We are kind of stuck in the three-dimensional world. It's height, width, and length. And we all share one timing aspect, we want it or not, but time rules here. Now, Jesus was the Lord of time. He mastered the time. So it's also a master of time. It spreads this wherever you go. You cannot hide from it. Time is everywhere, right? So here it has this bell in its mouth. It just represents, hey, the time has come. Time has come. I'm nearby. Death is saying to you. And in fact, we are all dying each and every moment here. In the moment we are already born here, we started our pathway closer to this guy. And when we realize what's happening here, we start appreciating time, what we have on this planet. Many here live like they don't even count time, and that's why they don't do anything precious out of this life. But our psyche works in a tremendously miraculous way when we understand that we have a limited time in here, and you don't know how much time you actually have here, right? Once you mastered the Wheel of Fortune card, this brilliant card, you see, in fact, your destiny, and you see everything what you have to do in this lifetime. You start really appreciating time. That's why you meet the card Death. You are not really afraid. In an immature state, you are afraid of this card. You start thinking from the perspective, oh, something will die into my life, someone will die. But this card, from the mature perspective, represents just end of cycle, one cycle, shutting down one door and inviting another cycle, opening up another door. I am Alpha and Omega. That's how Jesus was talking. I am Alpha, I'm the beginning of the cycle, and I'm the end of the cycle. That's how you master the time. That's how you become the Lord of Time here. Now, I hope that new perspectives will help you appreciate this card, start seeing this card from the new angle, the angle of coming transformation. The next video, I will show you how to actually encrypt in you those powerful codes of inviting constructive transformations into your life. Alrighty, in case of any questions, just shoot me down those questions or videos below the comments, and I will be so happy to answer them and help you out in the process to translate this card in a way which will be benevolent in any of your readings. Thank you so much, and wishing you an amazing